They were together in kindergarten, a group of 14 children from the same class in Kfar Aza who grew up together.
Ophir and Yam and I were together in the maths group, and we used to go to Ophir's house every day and get into the jacuzzi, and we never did maths work. And I just remember that it was fun.
My name is Yaheli Yatskan, and my father was seriously injured on October 7.
I'm Gale Admonye, and my mother and my brother were found embracing each other in the safe room, and they are not with us anymore, unfortunately.
On October 7th, each of them was in a different corner of the kibbutz, trying to survive the inferno.
I'm Roni Shemriz. My brother Alon was kidnapped to Gaza, and after 70 days, he was accidentally killed by IDF soldiers.
I am Shai Lee Aviani, and on October 7th, I was in the kibbutz, at home, and my father was murdered.
I am Lior Tzadikevich. That Saturday, I stayed in the army in the West Bank, and my father was murdered in the kibbutz.
The terrible loss reunited the group. The children are already 20 years old. In the last 2 years since they were enlisted in the army, the group has dispersed, but their long and shared path always connects them. 16 hours before the disaster, they gathered to celebrate.
October 6th was a Friday, and we decided that we would meet and celebrate Gaia's birthday, which never happens. They never go out all together.
I said, shall we all celebrate? We didn't see each other some of us haven't seen each other for 6 months.
Ophir also came. She just arrived back from Greece, and Yam as well.
When we were there, it didn't matter that I hadn't seen them for a long time. We sat and laughed and talked about the same things.
I remember them as the unifiers of the group, the mothers.
My mother would not have allowed me to leave the house if either Ophir or Yam had not come.
Yeah, exactly.
In the end, it turned out that it was a farewell party for Yam and Ophir.
From the same party on October 6th, several of the group continued to hang out together in the young generation neighborhood, known as Dots, at Shai Lee Aviani's place. She was one of the first to move into her own apartment.
We sat there until about 3 or 4 in the morning. I usually stayed to sleep at Shaile's place because I don't have the energy to go back to my house. It's at the other end of the kibbutz. That time I came with a car. Then Omer, who was also lazy, said to me, "If you're already here with a car, won't you take me home?" I said, well, I took him home. And that's actually how I was saved from the Dots massacre.
You owe Omer your life.
I really do.
On that Saturday morning, was there a WhatsApp group?
Yes.
I live just next to Gaza. I actually saw it, the terrorists coming by paragliders, so I informed everyone.
Yiftah saw the terrorists break into the house of his friend, Yam Almog Goldstein, who was in the safe room along with her entire family.
I called Yam. I told her, "Yam, tell Mom and Dad there's a terrorist infiltration and go to the safe room. Save yourselves." Yam kept telling me that she was afraid, that they would kill them. Then my second call was to Shai Lee, because her father is the rabbi of the kibbutz.
He called me and said, "There are terrorists here. There are terrorists here."
They turned off our electricity. No one was coming. Help us already. What is this?
And I just knew he had been shot, and my reception was cut. And I thought Yiftach was dead.
Everyone thought you were dead.
Shai Lee, daughter of Shahar Aviani, the kibbutz rabbi, stayed in the safe room with her mother and sister, while her father went off to fight.
We just sat and waited for death. There's no other way to say it. Then we said, well, let's play a game. Why do we have to stay alive?
Why?
I want to be a mother.
What did she say?
That she didn't have time to visit a Mercedes band concert.
When did you hear about Dad?
About 2 days later, we were informed that he was murdered. And he always said that this is how he would like to die, protecting the kibbutz and his family.
Ophir Shoshani, who lives in the young generation neighborhood, cried out for help, and the members of the group tried everything to save her.
Ofer wrote us, I was shot. They shot me. They shot me. They shot me.
She begged to be saved. She really begged.
And she wrote to us in the girls' group, I love you. And that's it.
I never thought she would die. Never.
Just seeing all your favorite people die in front of your eyes. You have nothing to do at all, and you're like, you just have to accept it.
Ophir Shoshani and Yam Alma Goldstein, whom the friends called the mothers of the group, were murdered on that dark Saturday.
When you lose a parent, it's as if you know that someday you will have to live without them. You know that at some age they will die. But losing my friends, my best friends, is something I never thought would happen. And every time they come to my mind, my heart, it's hard to stand it.
After losing Yam and Ophir, the group immediately looked for a way to immortalize them.
The whole group got a tattoo.
Everyone?
Yes, of fairies also. The boys got a tattoo of fairies. It's because they dressed up as Tinkerbell fairies on Purim.
They are the angels of the group.
Their houses in Kfar Aza are still destroyed. Their 5 friends from the kibbutz, Gali and Ziv Berman, Doron Steinbrecher, Keith Siegel, and Emily Damari, are still held hostage in Gaza. The pain is still endless. But now that they meet again every morning, like back when they were teenagers in the kibbutz, the members of the group emerge a little stronger.
There's something comforting in the fact that many of us have lost loved ones, so we can understand each other without words. And I think that even remembering Yam and Ophir, they would have wanted us to be together and be happy.